Alright, what's going on, people? Welcome back. Welcome back to another stream. I hope you guys are doing well. Ready for a Sunday market breakdown. Good to have you guys back here again. Let me just see who's joining the Zoom. Let me bring this over here. Let me see who we got in already. Let's have a look. Let me refresh. Let me see who's joining the Zoom as well. 13 people tuning in. Raj, what's going on, man? Philip, what up, what up? Which session do I trade? Predominantly London. Mainly the London session. Day trading gold futures in the London session. I had a nice little scalp on gold on Friday in the US session. It was a very, very nice play. Closed up like what 1,100 in the Friday evening session. Let me just get this over here. But yeah, we're gonna start breaking down the markets in a second, guys. Give you guys a Sunday market outlook. For you guys who tuned into the Sunday stream last week, there was some incredible plays off the calls last week. You know, from when we jumped on last week and I was talking about the sell-off on gold, gold ended up then selling off like over 300 ticks, which was just an absolutely incredible move. So hopefully you guys did take advantage of that short, because it was a very, very big play on gold, a very, very big play. What time is it? We've got a few more minutes, let a few more people join. I'm just gonna let the guys in on Zoom. And then I'll start breaking down everything in a second as well. Let me just see. Mutual voluntary. Let's have a look. Hi Aaron, do you think it will be better to fully focus on getting funded or doing it part-time? I don't know. Do you mean like as in you want to take the leap into full-time trading, but you don't know whether you should be funded or not? Is that what you mean? Like, should you be trading part-time, or do you mean you should take the leap into getting funded to go full-time? I mean, if you want to go full-time in trading, you should have more than one funded account, that's for sure. You definitely need more than one funded account. One funded account, you know, it'll be a good start, you know, teach you to trade that consistently, but you need more than that. I'd say you'd want at least. Well, I did a video. Let me see if I can find it. But it depends what you mean as well. I mean, I could be reading a question wrong. What time is it? We got 3 more minutes here. We'll let a few more people join in. Yo, Casey, how's it going, man? Good to have you on the Zoom, man. Good to have you on the Zoom. I don't know where everyone else is. Everyone's sleeping. But it's all good. For a beginner, how much capital should I go for in Top Step and your prop firm? So I did a video here where I talk about, you know, capital needed to go kind of, you know, full-time in trading to take the leap into travel and trading, so you guys can check that out. Yes, this James, the weekly analysis is live. We'll start breaking down the charts in a second. I'm just giving it a couple more minutes and we'll start breaking it down. But in terms of what we were looking at last week, for you guys who jumped on the stream last week, we called this lovely move down, push down like over 300 ticks on gold. So it's very, very nice. Might be moving to Queensland. Where are you based? Good man. I'm in the Sunshine Coast. I just moved up to the Sunshine Coast, man. So this is where's all the analysis gone? Have I just lost all my levels? Damn. So this is the level that we talked about on the Sunday market call. You guys can go rewatch the Sunday stream from last week as well. See, it's up on the YouTube channel. But we were talking about price having a fake out of this channel and coming back down into these regions. and bouncing off this left shoulder head, this right shoulder, and then dropped like 300 ticks. It was a very, very big move. You know, you guys take that for like one contract. It's a crazy move. Crazy, crazy move. This is the little play that I took on. I took a little play on Friday. I don't know why I've lost all my analysis. I've lost all of my levels for some reason, except this wrist tool. There's a little scalp I took on Friday. I took longs up into this region. We were talking about gold coming up to liquidate this high before dropping lower, so I took a little scalp up into that. Closed up like $1,100 on Friday. It was a very, very quick trade in like, what, 10 minutes I was in now. It is tough to be funded having to do other stuff. If you want to take, I would check out the video I posted. But if you want to take the leap into, you know, full-time trading, you need to be consistent rather than, you know, just focusing on capital. If you're consistent, then amazing. Then you can milk funded firms as much as you can. So, you know, get that consistency. Focus on, you know, gaining some funded accounts and actually trading them and getting payouts from them before you take the leap into full-time trading. Prove to yourself that you can actually trade them. You know, if you're working a full-time job, then, you know, taper down the hours into something like part-time. You don't just have to go from, you know, working a full-time job to quitting the next day. To rely solely on trading, you're going to need more than that. So when I took the leap, I had a funded account, but I also had personal capital as well. And I was already gaining consistency. Why do weekly analysis rather than just daily? Because it gives people an idea of what to look at for the week ahead. Everyone should be doing Sunday market analysis. Alright, what time is it? So we got 10 PM. Alright, let's do it. Let's start breaking down gold. See what we got going on. I'm gonna delete all these levels. Let's get rid of all of these. Let's get rid of all of these. I'll leave that low on. That low still could be interesting coming into next week. But let's do it on the currency chart here. Let's have a look at the weekly close on gold. So weekly has closed bearish on gold. And you're coming into this support here. So you're coming into this big weekly level on gold. You know, if you're going to see a push back up and come and retest some highs, then you're going to come down and spike out these lows one more time. So I would be watching the previous week low down here as a potential level where you can grab this before pushing higher. If we have a look on the daily on gold, so the dailies come up. We have liquidated the previous daily highs and now reclosed back bearish. So this is where we were sitting around Sunday. We were talking about this whole move down. So it's pushed down really, really well. We've come into this support. You've retraced. You've grabbed the previous daily highs, and now you're looking like you could actually start to break lower. So if anything on gold, you know, this level here is going to be a very, very key level on the weekly. But any closures below there, and you're going to see this drive down even more. So the daily, you know, it's closed a bit doji. So Thursday was bullish, Friday was doji. Let's actually, before we do all this, let's have a look at what we got on the calendar. Let me see, how do I share? Let me share this screen. Let's have a quick look at the fundamentals. Let me just share this with you guys. So we have no news on Monday. What news do we have for the rest of the week? So we got core CPI on Wednesday. You got GBP news on Tuesday. You got big news coming on Thursday. You got PPI. You got unemployment claims. So Thursday is going to be a big day here. So you got a pretty big week next week. You know, depending on how you go leading up to that news is going to be a pretty big player here. Since you quit forex and moved 100% to top step, has there been any drawbacks you've discovered has been trading that way since? No, not really, man, not really. It's been a game changer, to be honest. I kind of wish I made the decision to move, to leave forex behind earlier. Same as everyone who's made the transition with me has all said, you know, they would never go back to trading currencies and trading forex. So not trading currency, but not trading forex, not trading on forex prop firms, forex brokers, purely trading futures. So yeah, it's been a game changer. There's even better funding opportunities as well. So daily on gold, you know, we're trading around this support, but we also have come up, we wicked out these highs. So I think at any opportunity, you're going to see a drive lower. Expecting gold heads 1910 or lower. Yeah, where's 1910? 1910. Yeah, I think you'll see it dip a little bit lower than that. So that's the previous weekly low, which will be an interesting low. I think given you're at least going to come and grab that daily low as well. So if we just put that on there. So you've already come up. Look at this. You've already come up. You've wicked out that daily high and had a really nice sell-off. You catch shorts from that region, you know, just in that straight 4-hour candle. It's a very, very big move. Peace of mind when it comes to manipulation. Yeah, absolutely. Same as the shit that happened with my forex funds. You would never see that happen on a futures funding firm, because futures is way more regulated than forex. Even though, you know, forex brokers are regulated, they can still do dodgy shit, which you don't, just doesn't happen in futures. So yeah, peace of mind, definitely, I agree. But for me, when I'm scalping and day trading, you know, the executions and not having to worry about spreads all the time has just been an absolute game changer. Got my Ninja Trader set up in a demo this week. Futures, here I come. Yes, good to hear, man. Good to hear. Yeah, Ninja Trader is great. I have a Ninja Trader account. And obviously you can use Ninja Trader on Top Step as well. So yeah, get used to that, man. Ninja Trader is very, very good. So yeah, 4-hour on gold. You've seen a big spike up towards the close on Friday. You know, you've grabbed all these highs, you've grabbed that previous daily high, and actually still closed back below this resistance. So for me, at any opportunity, I'd be looking for sells back down into this daily low, which is like, you know, a given like a 40 tick scalp. If we go down to the hourly, I don't want to drop down to too low time frame. But you know, overall this week on gold, I'd like to see it push lower. You may come back up and test Thursday's high, create a nice little 3-pin pattern here, you know, something like this. You have that big spike, the next candle comes up to retest it and then drives lower. So you can come back up, you know, retest this level one more time, and at any opportunity, as long as you haven't grabbed that low, that's still going to be a nice level to tap into. I'm going to bring the support level just down there a little bit. Yeah, Got Your Advice feels like a great platform. Yeah, it is. It's very, very good. It's very clean. It's very simple to set up. You know, most people probably come from trading on like MT4, but once you make the transition into futures and these futures platforms, man, you'll never go back. You'll never go back. So yeah, daily potential pullbacks up into these regions. If we take a look at this, you kind of got this little left shoulder. You know, you got this head, come back up for that right shoulder, and then you could be looking for that push back down. So it's going to be a key level here on gold as well. If you do get the retracement, that's if you do. So this will be the level you'd be wanting to have for a first target, and this is going to be the initial area where you want to look for some shorts. So if you, at market open on Monday, if you instantly get that push up, there's going to be a very interesting level to look for a sell-off back down into Wednesday's lows, I believe that. Yeah, Wednesday's lows, which is, you know, like an 80 tick push. So I'm going to set an alert. You know, let me just set my alert actually like here. But, you know, if market opens and gold just keeps following this bearish momentum, you may just come straight down into these lows. But, you know, at this support, you're going to find some profit taking from this region, which is going to give it the pullback to tap into these levels before going lower. If you just take on a small little fib like this, yeah, you kind of got the 50% up there. You may spike a little bit more. If it does, amazing. It's an even better short opportunity. So if you do get closures above there, then amazing. That's going to be the next level. I wouldn't want to trade it in that range because it's going to be, what, 30 ticks. You could intraday scalp that little range. But that level and that level are going to be very interesting places. Hello mate, great work, Brad. Thank you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. Personally heading to trading gold only on profit accounts, learning how to stack orders. Yeah, man, yeah. Keeping gold just for profit accounts is definitely a good idea as well. Like I always say, you can make amazing returns, you know, just trading gold. You know, I took like what? Let me see. Where's the journal? Where's our journal? I think I took like last week maybe 3 trades. Let me see. I haven't updated the journal from the trade I took on Friday, but I took 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I took 4 trades on gold last week. It ended the week like almost up 2,000. That was a very slow week for me. So just trading gold and just scalping gold consistently with good position sizing. Yeah, it's amazing, and especially with futures, where you don't have to worry about spreads all the time, man. So you can be very aggressive with your management. You know, the price that you trade out on futures is the price that you're going to get filled at. Have you used NinTrader for ES futures? I'm really solid. Yeah, it's really good, man. It's really good. Like I said, I would never go back to trading on a currency broker ever again. And you know, the thing is, with futures, you can still trade the currency futures as well, which we'll start to analyze a little bit as well. But yeah, that's the kind of plan for gold. Any retracements back up into this region, and then you can be looking for shorts back down to come and grab this liquidity. So these levels down here, and then this support down here is going to be very, very interesting. I won't go any lower than the hourly because we don't really need to. But overall this week, I think you could see gold, you know, come back up. Ideally, early on in the week, you come back up, you retest these levels to give you that weekly top wick. And then as you start to flip bearish, come and grab these weekly lows. And then depending on how that news comes out on Wednesday and Thursday, then that's going to be the real decider of where you kind of get the next big push. But yeah, that's gold. That's the gold plan. Set the alerts, watch the levels. Like I say, it played out absolutely perfectly last week. The level, I've lost it now. The level we had last week was here. You literally tapped into it perfectly and had a big sell-off. You know, this was a very, very clean move down as well. So last week had a pretty clean move down, so you never know. You may just kind of range in this level for quite a while next week until you get that news. The news on Thursday is going to be very, very key. So 2 nice levels to watch on gold. The good thing about gold is if it does range in here, the range is like almost 100 ticks, which is very worthwhile trading. So you can absolutely trade that. I'm watching CAD on futures. Yeah, good man. Yeah. Yeah, Gio, use Bookmap from time to time. I'm kind of getting more into it. But yeah, Bookmap is definitely good, especially for futures. You know, it's not some like random indicator where it's just based off like speculation. It's real orders in the markets. So that's gold. I'll start having a look at Nasdaq, and we'll have a look at some currency futures as well. Likes up, yeah, you tell them, man, get them likes up. So let's have a look at Nasdaq. Nasdaq had from what I remember, on Friday, Nasdaq had a very, very clean run higher. Yeah, here. Wait, where was it? Where was I watching it? Was that the open? Yeah, there. Maybe I was watching it on the 1 minute. Let me replay. I was watching this on the 1 minute, I think. It was a very, very clean move up. Because you came down, spiked out the lows, and then broke the highs and just ran. Yeah, here. So you came down, you wicked out these lows, price re-broke these highs, and this move on Friday on Nasdaq was so clean. You would have got probably taken out all the way up here, like 56 points, which is just an absolutely beautiful move. So Nasdaq had a lovely move on Friday. In terms of the weekly close on Nasdaq, again, very, very nice. You know, you've closed back above this key support and back above this key level of 15,000, which is looking really nice. This was the level, you know, where a lot of people were talking about this big market crash, but there's no real reason for that to happen. You know, you're still very overall bullish. And last week, let me just clean this up. What's this? Let me get rid of that. So previous week we've closed bullish. You've broken back above this level. Last week's come back down to retest, and this could flip back bullish and come and grab some highs. So Nasdaq's looking pretty nice here. Yeah, you too, Gio, man. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Have a good one. So Nasdaq, you're going to be looking at these highs. Let me just quickly see if the S&P grabbed the highs first. No, not yet. Nice. Okay, cool. Let me get rid of these levels. We'll do these fresh in a second as well. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. If you get analyzed, it came down. Yeah, we'll have a look, man. We'll have a look for sure. So kind of be like a Sunday market breakdown, but just, you know, Q&A interactive session as well. So yeah, we'll definitely have a look at that. So NASDAQ has closed bullish, come back down. We've grabbed the liquidity, rejected off the support, and this is where I think you could start to see this close bullish. If we have a look on the daily, you know, you've come down, you've retested these levels, kind of had a nice push up here. So if anything on NASDAQ, I'll be looking to potentially see some plays back up into this previous weekly high, and then the next level, first target, is probably going to be again up here as well. So how did NASDAQ close on the monthly? Yeah, look at that monthly. Monthly came down, liquidated the previous low, still respected this resistance. You've come back down, you've had that third drive again. So you never know, depending on how that news comes out, you could easily see this monthly candle just start to flip back up and, you know, in the next few months come up and create new all-time highs again. So NASDAQ overall is looking pretty nice. To continue pushing higher, NASDAQ's looking pretty nice here. Look at that. Came down, grabbed them lows. When was that? Tuesday. Look at that. Rip. Lovely push. So yeah, I'll be watching NASDAQ. Any kind of closures above, you know, anywhere above there, I think you're going to see some pretty nice continuation high. You got a nice little double top there as well, as long as this hasn't been grabbed on the S&P. It's also a lovely level. You know, you may get a retrace, you may come and grab some lows one more time. Then boom. Yeah, you're going to have some lovely plays. Have a quick look at ES as well. I'm kind of running through these, but I won't keep you guys for too long. We'll get a quick outlook of what's going on. Yeah, it's pretty similar, to be honest. You know, you've got these highs up here, which I think you're going to see come and get grabbed. You've come down, you know, you've wicked out these lows, you've closed back bullish. So you've grabbed some lows. We haven't yet really grabbed any highs. You kind of got a nice little double top there as well. Just about grabbed it, but you got some nice resistance up there. And then again, if you can continue pushing higher, then these highs up here are also going to be pretty interesting. So I'll be looking. You know, you may see it retrace a little bit. Amazing, get long opportunities. You know, we buy it up into these highs. I think over all these to continue pushing higher, unless the dailies, you know, close like back below here or something, only then can you kind of start to consider shorts. But to get such a big move like that, you kind of have to be waiting for that news to come out. So the news is going to be very, very big here on Thursday. Let's have a look at Canadian dollar futures. I don't really trade the Canadian dollar, but we'll have a look. We'll kind of see how it's going on. It pretty much does the liquidity grabs the same. We just got the wrong tab. Oh, I just lost it. Where was it? We'll do it back here. Canadian dollar. Canadian dollar. So let me just have a look at the monthly. Like I said, I've never really analysed Canadian dollar futures. It's very, very far away. It's kind of in this nice little downtrend at the minute, kind of correcting up here. You've actually finally, for the first time, broken out of this little range here. You know, you're just starting to break out of there, which is pretty nice. So in terms of a weekly low, I'll be looking down there. So that's the monthly. Let me go to the weekly. So you've had nice liquidity grabs on the Canadian dollar futures. You know, you've had this level. You tried to bounce off it. Prices come back. You've grabbed the previous weekly highs, and then you've seen that pretty nice push back down. On Thursday, you've also come up and you've re-grabbed some daily highs, and then Friday has finally, for the first time, closed back below this weekly support for the first time since back in March. So the fact that the weekly has closed below there is pretty interesting. You know, you're clearly finding some support because you've started to reject on Friday off this support. But I think, you know, if you're going to see a potential retracement, you know, back up into these regions, that's looking pretty possible. But you would expect you're going to spike down this weekly low one more time. So for this week, I think any retracements and Canadian dollar future to keep pushing down into that weekly low. Anytime you see a push, if you just go back to the weekly here, anytime you see a push in like a completely different region, you know, you reject once and then you come up and you grab the highs one more time. So see here, you rejected the support, you come down, you grab the low, and then you have that push back up. Same here, you reject it, you come back down, you grab the lows, then you see that push back up. So it's never just going to be a one-touch tap into level and just complete reversing. So if anything, you want to look for some retracements to then continue spiking out these lows coming into next week, I think. Looks pretty nice to me. If we have a look at the daily. So the daily has grabbed the daily highs. You can actually do this as a kind of support level like this. Like here. Looks like a pretty nice level. You kind of had this support, little fake outs, big support. You know, you've broken it, you come back up for a retest, you grab some weekly highs. You may spike up just a little bit higher, and then you could be looking for that pushback down into there. If you can get it, as it's a big if, you know, you may see price come up and spike out that high. But depending on the open, you have to be watching if the market opens and instantly pushes up with no bottom wick, then amazing, you could short it down into that low at this region. But if it pushes down first, doesn't grab this low, then you could see this high come and get grabbed before a potential pushback lower. But be watching for this area. It wouldn't surprise me if you get a fake close above, you know, spike up higher and then get another closure below and keep pushing down. Like, you get a lot of fake outs at this level. You break below, you break back above, keep pushing higher. So you can expect you're going to get some manipulation around this level. But if anything, to see price come down and wick out these lows is looking pretty probable to me. Let's have a look at the British pound. We'll have a look at the pound futures as well whilst we're here. So pound futures is coming down to this overall level that we spoke about. Perfect, thank you. No worries, man. No worries. Let's have a look at pound futures on the weekly. Ooh, look at that. You got a big close on pound futures. That is a huge close. I can't remember what we mentioned last week. I can't remember if we were talking about this push down, but you've now closed back below this level. And this is the low that we had drawn on last time. But you could be looking for price to come and tap into that low. That's a very aggressive push on pound futures. Again, it's the first time you've closed below that level since here back in May. So trading below, I think even just calling it like 1.25 is a pretty nice psychological level. Trading back below there, yeah, it's a very big level. If anything, pound futures top wick, retest this level and just keep pushing down. There's a very nice close. You do have pound news on where is it? On Tuesday, and then you got GDP on Wednesday as well. So after that weekly close, you got some big news coming up for the pound, which is going to be very interesting. On the daily, have we grabbed any daily highs? Yes, we have. So we've already grabbed the daily highs on Friday, but you haven't yet grabbed the daily lows. So if you can get a top wick, amazing. You can short it down to that, but I wouldn't be surprised if market opens and this kind of just keeps spiking out these lows and kind of keeps pushing down until you get into these regions. Then once you get into these regions, then amazing. That could give you, the kind of top wicks into these places, and you could be shorting it back down into them lows. But yeah, that's a very strong close on the pound futures. If you guys trade pound futures, it's a very key level. Just if you trade any pound pairs in general, it's a very big close on pound. Let's take a look at oil. See what's going on with oil. I think oil's had a nice breakout, yeah. So oil's I got a lot of levels. I'm going to have to clean this up a little bit. Let me get rid of some of these. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. And let's get a lovely bounce of that level. Huge push. But yeah, oil was ranging in this weekly time frame for a long time. Since what? Back in November, oil ranged in this level for a long time. Then you finally got the breakout. You came back down. You grabbed the weekly lows, re-broke the highs, and have kept pushing up. And yeah, now oil is about to close back above like $88. You closed back above 85, which is a big level. Let me just clean some of these up. Let's get rid of this. So I think you may see oil come down and spike out the weekly low, depending on how bullish you are. You may spike up, continue pushing for one more week, but at some point, I think you're going to get oil tapping into this previous weekly low. Anytime you see a nice big push up on oil, coming to grab weekly lows is very, very probable. You know, you have a nice push down, you have that low, you come up and grab it, keep pushing down. Again, so you consolidate, you wick out the highs, you keep pushing down. Exactly the same here. You push up, you retest, you find some support, you wick out the support, keep pushing higher. That's on the weekly. On the daily, you know, since that breakout, oh, amazing. Well, you've already had the breakout. Price is now ranging, which means we need to come down and grab more liquidity. So if anything, if you can spike out these highs first, amazing. You could be looking for that play back down into these levels. Or if you don't spike out these highs, well, then you can just be looking for the short down into there, and then you can be looking for these highs to get grabbed. So pretty much on oil, I'd be set an alert above here. You know, if you get that to get grabbed, and then price flips out of this region, looking for that play back down into that week low, or that daily low, is going to give you a very nice move. A very, very nice move. So what's that? Tapping back into like at least like 85. $85 is a very nice level on oil. And again, look at that. Lines up perfectly with that previous low as well. So you got some nice levels to watch there on oil. I'll go down. Let's go down a little bit more, and let's kind of break this down a little bit more. But watch that daily low. Let's go down to the 4 hour, because I know some people like trading oil, which is good. If you can learn to trade oil and kind of master how oil moves, you can get some pretty good moves on oil. You can get some very nice moves, and for the most part, oil can actually move pretty simple. Especially once it's trading. Like once it's trading, you get these breakouts, and you get something like this. That's that daily low. You come down, you spike out the lows, you retest the highs, and once oil pushes, oh man, it just pushes hard from these regions. Like just if you trail stop, you know, you get taken out somewhere around there. That's a huge move, huge move. We used to swing trade oil a lot. I haven't, since I've started scalping and day trading. You know, I haven't watched it too much. But yeah, oil moves pretty nice. Let me just see how this is looking. Nah, not really. Kind of got a little channel there, but nothing crazy. But yeah, I'm just trying to trade trend lines like this. But you know, if you can get oil tapping down into these regions, you may see initial reaction, and then amazing, that's when you could see that spike lower. So you kind of you are in this little range. This is where the resistance is, but I think a lot of retail traders will be trying to short this resistance here, and they're going to have their stop loss just above this previous high, looking for this kind of big reversal trade. So if anything, you know, if you can get that, then amazing, and then you can see something like this. That would give you a beautiful entry. And then once you've had the liquidity grab, then you can be taking the short. As long as you close back below this low, your stop goes above the liquidity grab, and then you can be looking for that huge retracement. And that could be a pretty nice trade, actually. Be wary of this level here. You know, you're bound to find some support there. But I'd be watching that low, and I would also be watching this low of the second touch of this little trend line. So you pretty much had it like this. People would have had a trend line drawn on something like this. You know, you get that break, you get the fake retest, you come down, you grab the lows, and just keep pushing higher. So you want to be looking for the exact same thing. You have the trend line like this. You'll come down, you'll bounce around, you'll break it, you'll retest, you'll push down a little bit, and then you'll just keep pushing higher. So the way to play oil is, if you get these highs grabbed first, amazing, you can be looking for that short down. But if the market opens and instantly pushes down into this trend line, then you may grab these lows and come grab the highs and then grab the lows. There's lots of ways to play oil, but oil can be very simple once you just understand liquidity grabs. So I'll remove this because it's a little bit noisy. But yeah, I'll be watching. Let me just bring it. You don't even need to watch that. It doesn't matter. Just watch. I'll be watching this high. I'll be watching this low, and then is that the overall low we were talking about on the daily? I think it is. Yeah. So you got that low there and that low there. Two very interesting levels to watch on oil. FTSE, yep, sure, we'll take a look. Probably in an overall range on the higher time frame, like it always is, as the last time I analyzed FTSE. So get rid of this. I mean, I don't want to give for too much of a higher time frame analysis on FTSE because it's always pretty much ranging. Let me just get rid of these levels. Let's get rid of this. How did last month close? Ooh, big support there. That's pretty interesting. Your big support there. You've also... See, I was watching it to come and grab this low, but it may not need to because you've already grabbed this low. So that may be enough for it to kind of see a potential push up. The next level, if FTSE can keep pushing higher, is going to be around... let me just put it on as a round level. 7,600, yeah, 7,600 looks like a nice level there. That's on the monthly. In terms of what we got going on for this week, let's just have a look. So you've kind of broken out this. You've had that support. You've wicked out the lows. You've come down for the retest, and now you're breaking higher. So yeah, FTSE to me looks pretty nice to continue having a push up. If you can get a bottom wick to retest this level, I would be looking to play it up into the highs of this range. You may find some resistance, and you may come and spike out this high. But overall, yeah, this is a pretty, like I say, FTSE is always ranging, but you can get pretty nice ranges that are worthwhile trading. So you can kind of see we're doing something similar like this. You have that low, you wick out the low, price goes back above the level, you get the bottom wick, and then you see that push higher. You know, you have this support, you grab the lows, you come down to retest it, break above the level. So I would be looking for the FTSE. I may actually, this is kind of looking like a nice setup to be honest. You may get a bottom wick to retest this level, and then you could be looking for the buys up into this high here. You know, you may find some resistance around here as well. So I'll be watching for that high as well. I'm actually going to set an alert because I might have to take a position on this as well. It's actually looking quite nice. And if you break above here, then your next level is going to be up there, which is actually going to be a much nicer level. If you guys look here, you got this broken resistance, drive lower, break above, support, keep pushing higher, break below, resistance, little fake out, resistance, break above, support. You've broken it and you haven't quite come back up to retest. So if you can, you know, whether or not it comes this week, it'll be all dependent on how that news for the pounds will come on Wednesday. But from a technical standpoint, yeah, FTSE to me looks nice to continue pushing up higher. That's the lovely liquidity grab to lows. That's that lovely 3-pin pattern, keep pushing higher. So lovely reversal formation there. You didn't get it there, so that's why you had to come spike out that liquidity. Because before this push up, you never grabbed any lows. So you came down, you grabbed that low, and you keep pushing higher. Let's have a look at from a 4-hour perspective. Yeah, 4 hours nice. You got this little left shoulder, head, right shoulder, break above, come back down, retest, re-break the highs, keep pushing higher. So yeah, I've got a little alert set down here as well. If I can get a retest entry from here, you know, looking for longs, as long as you trade, you still hold above this on the daily. Yeah, you could be looking for a pretty nice push here. This could actually be a pretty nice trade. The only point where this trade becomes invalid is if you get like a strong closure back below this level, then I'd be open to the fact that, you know, you may just either continue ranging or you may come down a little bit more. But you wouldn't want to see this low broken. As long as this low gets respected, you should keep it pushing higher. If this low gets broken, then you'll probably just see, you know, that overall push back down, all the way back down into these lows. But I don't think that's going to come just yet. And so FTSE there's actually looking kind of cleaner than gold. Like I said, I don't really trade it, but it's actually looking cleaner than gold. Let's have a look at the DAX as well. DAX has kind of been in a pretty big range for quite a while. I've had these levels on for some time on the DAX. You've got that weekly support down there. So that's the daily. Let me go start on the weekly. Do a little bit of top down. You guys have a lot of analysis here. I don't want to bombard you guys with too much. Just focus on your pairs and, you know, set some alerts. So that's why you guys see me when I'm going through my watch list and kind of seeing what's shaping up nicely. I'm setting alerts because it'd be very easy for me to do all this and kind of forget what's going on. But I mean, I'm only really day trading gold, but you know, I've set some alerts on the things that you guys are watching as well because they're actually looking quite nice. The DAX is pretty messy. If you guys trade the DAX, you know, you may come up and grab this resistance. You've come back down, you've wicked out this previous low, you've tried to close bullish, but you're kind of stuck in this very messy range. So I'm not really too keen on looking for anything on the DAX this week, unless you get a closure probably on the daily above this level. If you get a closure on the daily above this level, you're going to see the DAX spike up into them highs. So if you get closure above here on the daily on the DAX, you could be seeing a play back up into these highs. Again, I think this is a nice level where a lot of people are probably trying to do something like this, looking for this big play back down. So if anything, you want to be buying up into that liquidity. So, you know, I mean, I'll satellite here. Could actually be a potentially nice little scalp if I can get it on probably maybe Tuesday or something. So these are my gold charts here. But yeah, what else do we need to watch? I think that's pretty much everything. Is there any other currency futures we've missed? I don't think so. If you guys on Zoom or YouTube, you know, you have any other instruments you want me to run over, you know, let me know. But you guys have some pretty good game plans here on the markets next week. Obviously, we'll be live on YouTube every Tuesday to Friday, so you guys can watch me trade these levels once they actually come into place. Same for you guys on Zoom. We'll be live streaming in London every single day in the community next week. But it's looking like we're in for a pretty active week. We got some things shaping up pretty nicely. How does the call work on Tuesday? Is it Zoom? Let me see, Casey. See me what time I got you in for. I think if you put in your phone number, I haven't had a look. I'll likely call you on like either private Discord if it works, or I'll just probably just WhatsApp you or something like that, man. I'll probably try and Zoom. Let me see what time you got it in for. So I got 2 on Tuesday. I got one at 2 o'clock, and then I have another one at 6. So I got a lot of calls next week, which is good. Yeah, I got your number here. Yeah, cool. Yeah, I'll message you, Casey, on Discord, like 10 minutes before or something like that, and I'll probably just, if it's easier, maybe I'll just send you a Zoom call instead. And then we can, screen share and, go over the trading plan, run over some trades. We get this out trade on Friday was 11. Let me just put in the trade. But yeah, if you guys have any other things you want me to run over, feel free to let me know, and we can use the next 15-20 minutes either answering some questions, any other instruments you guys want me to run over. This hit a max of 20, I believe. This was 3 confluences of a long on gold. I took that trade at 135. That was pre-New York. New York had some amazing trades on gold on Friday. What day did I take that? What day was it on Friday? The 8th. But yeah, we had some very, very nice plays. For you guys who are in Discord, me and the guys in the market chat, we were talking about this entire play up. You came up, you retested this, you spiked up. I did a trade breakdown for you guys in Discord, spiked up like 30 ticks, and then after liquidating these highs, gold just then dropped, another like 50 back down into these regions, and this was the whole move we were talking about. And then once it did that, break above, retest, grab the lows, couldn't close below, and then another absolutely insane run. So yeah, gold had some incredible moves. quick run of it. I have Ninja. I can't do it on here, man, because I'm on my Mac here and I have it on my separate PC next to me. So unfortunately I can't share my screen on that. I did watch a good video though. Let me see who I watched. I can send it to you. Ninja Trader. I watched a good setup video. Who did I watch? Well, I watched the Top Step one on how to actually get it set up properly. But then I watched this dude's video here. Well, there's quite a lot actually. I watched this guy's video here on how to set it up. There. Any lag on the mock open? Nah, not really. Sometimes in London, you know, the fills aren't going to be as good as in New York. But in terms of lag, no, there's no lag, man. The execution is perfect. Execution on futures is the reason that I switched to futures. Because I can manage my trades so well. Like on Friday, I was even like, you know, I was taking some longs on here. You know, I only hit like, you know, like 6 ticks of profit, and I closed out like, you know, 200 once it came back down to my break even. But you take break evens on like when you're trading FX, them losses on break evens when you filter in spreads adds up. Whereas when I trade it on futures, most of my break evens are like, you know, plus 100, plus 200, plus 300. Whereas on FX, you know, you can't manage your positions like that. So no, I don't get any lag. I get amazing fills. I had lag once, but that was an issue with TraderVate, not Top Step, with TraderVate. But look at that, we came and grabbed. He had our liquidity levels last week were absolutely perfect. Look at that. Comes up, spikes out this high, never closes above, and just completely drops as well. So you could have shorted this whole fucking thing back down. This was an absolutely ridiculous move. Trail above every 15 high, you would have got taken out, like down here, or all the way down there. Excuse me, absolutely insane moves on Friday. Insane moves. 80 ticks up, and I only took 10 of it. I fucking took 10 of it. I was happy with that. And I called it at night and went to bed too early. But yeah, sweet. Zoom guys, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the London session. We'll go live in London every single day. If you guys do want to watch, you know, all the instruments we run over, then I'll upload to the YouTube channel. I'll send you the link in the Discord after this. Yeah, enjoy guys. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. All right, YouTube fam, we are going to wrap up there. You guys have lots of analysis there. You can have all my breakdowns. You know, we'll be live on YouTube every Tuesday and Friday, so you guys can watch me trade these levels live. But yeah, I appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, or tune into the live stream next week, and we'll break it down and we'll kind of see how the analysis is progressing. But trade safe. If you trade next week, be wary of all the news coming up. But yeah, I hope you guys have a good trading week. Make that bank, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.